This is just a tribute. You better believe me. I wish you were there. It's a matter of opinion. Good God. Is that lightning? Oh. Hey. How is everyone? That's not embarrassing at all. It's just, I really, really like my new shirt from Blake's Aquatics.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you? And Dr. Black here. How is everyone?
Nice. Real good, thanks.
Not quite as good as Ricky by the looks of it, but still good nonetheless.
It is full on today. Everything's happening.
Your microphone is quite the Luke Skywalker style lightsaber. Nice.
Maybe a little bit better. It's cold here. It's raining. It's crappy. It's not fun. Wet because it's raining. And cold because of the crappy and the raining.
And usually I don't mind a bit of hoodie and tracky weather because it means the footy's on, but there's still none of that yet either. So that's the usual trade-off: cold weather for footy.
Oh no! How is everyone? So quick roll call: Daniel White, GRB, Dr. Black, Josh Carton. If you're still here, hang around for a second because I've got to tell people about this thing that I found. It's awesome. Punchy Paints, Alice, Jesse, Kiwi Mamo, Candy Overhauls, Cichlids 23, Nathan Fishboy, Teresa Cookie, Keep Moving, Griffin Fishroom, Moonstone, Matthew Vanderkool. I like that name. Is it an L or an I? Vanderkoy? Lefty, how are you? Dragon Lair, Fish Whisperer Miles, Moonstone, a new member. Thank you. Gina French, how are you? Don Cervantes, how are you? Zen Ginger, well, hello. SC Aquatics, I've missed a lot of stuff, sorry. Young Fish Aquatics, Nathan Fishboy, new member. Welcome, thank you. Congratulations, be part of the new weird thing that's apparently controversial. And I think I'm down at the bottom. Mr. Fish, Sir, Multi-Tank Addiction. How are you all? I'm out of breath. How are you guys?
Really good. Nice to see those members rolling in. That's a choice, man.
That's very cool. It's a bit overwhelming, that the response. It's been fantastic, and looking forward to doing a couple little extra things, not replace things on the channel for members. So extra is the key word there.
I mean, I also get a cool little blue fish to sort of flaunt my glory with, so that's good too.
They're kind of cute. Oh, Matthew Vanderkoy. Is it an L or an I, or am I just blind?
I.
Kui. How do we pronounce it? Vanderkoy. Is that right? Or Vanderkoy?
Not a kui.
Cool name still. Welcome. Josh is trying a Smurf impersonation. Am I?
With the blue.
Oh, the blue. Wrestling a crocodile. Yeah.
Somewhere around here.
Is that better? Give me a sec. I was going to get some more light.
A few new names rolling through your chat today, it would seem, Aqua, mate. Nice to see as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, everybody. We appreciate it. So, what I was just talking about before, Josh Carton used to be in a band with Josh, and we have a very similar music taste. And yesterday, someone messaged me a link. It was Post Malone was doing a live Nirvana set, and he had Travis Barker on drums, and it was surprisingly good. So I've been making breakfast listening to that this morning.
Carol Baskin.
I'm like, where are these guys coming from? So if anyone's into Nirvana, definitely check it out.
Did that stay up on YouTube as well?
Like, yeah, it's still there. I just because I watched a little last night, and then I watched the rest this morning as well. Another new member, Nathan. Yes, Matthew. Thanks, Nathan. I saw that one there too. So, I need to reach out to you guys because I want to send any of the members some stickers as well. So, the best place to do that would be Instagram's really easy at your Aqua, mate. I need to bring up the actual screen. But it was funny. They did at one stage they did go special shout out to Courtney Love. Thank you so much. We love you for everything. But because it's a fundraiser, I don't think they can do anything. I think they have to just let them do it. Or maybe they can do something, but that should look like more of a jerk. Anyway, I digress. How has your week and weekends and fortnights been?
Well, I guess speaking about crazy YouTube things, there was a stream on this morning which had 500,000 people in the stream. As Mr. Beast was doing a charity rock, paper, scissors with like all the gamer YouTubers and stuff.
Oh, really?
And the chat was on slowed, so you can only comment like every 30 seconds. But still, with 500,000 people, it was like you couldn't read anything.
That would be crazy. Actually, I looked at the live because it has a live chat in the thing and everyone's donating, but literally just doing this. It's had, I don't know, maybe 4 million views or something in 12 hours.
Yeah, so I think they're up to $800,000 donated. So Google is matching every dollar with $2 or something like that. So good.
Yeah,
good.
Mr. Beast, he keeps messaging me and wanting to be friends, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I told him it's not really my scene. Like, he'd have to get a few fish tanks first.
No, there's some guy out there. It's funny. He's just copied the channel name, copied the image.
Yeah,
one video out about how to get famous on YouTube, and it's got like 100,000 views straight away, and then they've pulled him straight down. And I'm like, what's the point? What are you doing?
Yeah. I don't understand. But some of those, they have like secondary channels and whatnot that have a lot. I don't know. I don't see the point of it. You get to a point and then you just get pulled off YouTube anyway.
Yep. Punchy Paints is going live after this one with her son, which I'm all excited about, except now I'm a bit bummed because it's been pushed back another hour. You're not ready. Well, I might get in trouble if I go for 2 hours, so we'll have to see how we go. How are you, Dr. Black? We missed your stream on Wednesday. Will you be going next Wednesday? What's news?
Yes, I'll be back to regular scheduling next week. To the best of my knowledge at the moment, it was just a incongruous time for me to be able to stream through the week.
Yes.
But since then, I've had some interesting occurrences. My Feste cichlids spawned last night. They went for a good 4 or 5 hours, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
So I think I've got a ceramic pot full of eggs, and my Jaguar cichlids that I thought were both female. 2 weeks for one of them out the back in Jaguar jail seems to have hardened him up into a boy.
Okay.
So I've chucked them both into a tank together, and the one that was out the back in the terribly temperature fluctuating tank has developed masculine patterning for a Jaguar cichlid, and I've just got to cross my fingers and hope that true love occurs before true murder occurs.
Any other Mulan fans out there just have the song "Let's Make a Man Out of You" run through their head, or is that just me?
I just went, so basically Jenna turned into Bruce. All right. Chevy, Monica.
Don't dead name him.
No. I've nothing wrong with it. I don't care.
Lucky I didn't name him earlier.
Yeah, true. Yes. So many PC places we can't go. Struggling. Hey, with that, when you have them spawn and you get all the eggs, how do you know which ones are fertile eggs and which ones aren't? So as in, it's usually the white ones mean that they aren't fertile, is that right? And then usually you'll be like a pinkish, or it depends on the fish.
Yeah. If they're white, they're generally not fertile at all, and any of your other options of color are generally a good sign. If they get furry and hairy, then yeah, they're probably not fertile either.
Because the only air glays that I really bred are the crevensis, and didn't breed them. The discus, we got them laying eggs, and never. The eggs were always eaten before, like within a couple of minutes, by the hungry rummy nose, or the dad, and the crevensis. You just never see them. What they do before you know it, all of a sudden you've just got fry. So, you could, I suppose, look, but it would be a bit disruptive for them. Good morning.
Yeah, that's what I was a little concerned about, because there's a lot of brown algae and stuff floating like on some of the glass edging, and I feel that if I did stick my hand in there to clean up any glass or to move the pot to have a look, then I'm asking for trouble. They'll probably just go in there and consider it a threat and eat up all the eggs. So I'm just leaving it be. When I see that I've got wrigglers or free swimming fry, then I'll do a water change or something, but I'm not moving or touching or putting my hands in that tank until I know I've got good free swimming babies happening.
No, absolutely. Bodgy, I can see you're in there. You're meant to be up here.
Oh,
What's with the young kids these days sleeping in? Bodgy and Sir Prawn a lot still asleep.
and Blake.
Young people have different circadian rhythms than old people. Science.
Oh, God. So yesterday was a pretty special day as well, being Anzac Day. Did you guys have any services or dawn service? I spoke about a little bit what we did on the Aqua Funk stream yesterday, but did you guys go out the front at dawn?
My mum did, but I'm not as brave as her to get up that early in the day.
Nah, I didn't, to be honest. Probably should have, but I live in a really quiet area. I guess I could have just went out there anyway, but there was nothing around.
Yeah. I actually learned a little bit more for anyone that was there yesterday. Try not to repeat myself too much, but so I set my alarm for Sunday instead. I didn't realize, idiot. But I woke up with 2 minutes to spare and then realized, and I was running around. I'm trying to find my Blake's Aquatic shirt to put on so I could go out the front. And all of a sudden, I just hear the bugle going, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it. So I went stood at the window, and then one of my neighbours was out there with a candle in the middle of the street, which was really cool. And then I only found out later on in the day that it wasn't a bugle; it was like a trumpet, and it was actually we've got a new neighbour who moved in like 1 or 2 weeks ago. None of us have spoken to them yet. He came out and played it the last post on the street, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Back in my younger days, I used to play not in a marching band, and Anzac Day was always a big one. So I used to play like the euphonium, if anyone knows what that is. My mother played the cornet, which is like a short trumpet, and my dad played the sax. So yeah.
Well, speaking of uncool, Bodgy's here. How are you?
Speaking of uncool, excuse me.
Good morning, Bodgy. How are you?
Good, I'm very good. How are you guys?
Good, mate. It seems every time Bodgy gets on camera, he's getting a bigger hat every time.
Well,
That's not a hat. What?
I'm trying to do the prawny look,
You should have do what I did and go crazy one day and chop it all off.
Oh, that's happened to me sometimes. I've come home after getting a haircut and then been sent right back to the hairdresser by my parents. Yep, but oh well. So yeah.
A distinct lack of Bodgy lately. You're deep in the books again, are you? School's back on.
Yeah, and then I've just gone back to my usual weekly upload schedule. I uploaded a video 30 minutes ago actually. Yeah. It took me a solid 2 days to edit. It was annoying. But yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, we got 2 more, so pretty happy about that.
Dragon Lair's trying to spoil my fun, telling me not to put my hands in there. I will find out what a Feste bite feels like soon.
Do it.
Don't. Go back there.
No better time.
Just get someone who goes to do it now. Yeah. So
with the camera over there, he'll come back.
Fishy friends, how are you? Welcome to the stream.
I'll come back. Hey guys, things didn't go well with the Feste.
Or he comes back with the feste attached to his finger.
You can wrestle a croc, but not a feste. Blade 3 haircut has seen me through the worst of the isolation. That's GRB. You just released a new video, Bodgy, so I haven't had time to watch it, but tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, well, I went to my local aquarium store. I went there as a surprise, kind of. I was driving past there, and I ended up seeing some roseline sharks, and I was considering to get them for a while. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to spontaneously bite the bullet, and I got 2 more to add to my school of 4 that are already in the tank. So yeah, I just thought, okay, well, if I'm getting them, I may as well make like a species spotlight video. So I did that, and yeah, just introduced them.
Oh, that's good. I'm trying to bring up your channel.
Oh, thanks, Candy. She already put the link up.
Because you are 24 away from 200. So
Yes.
while we've got Bodgy here and while we've got Candy making it super easy with a link, if you're not subscribed to Bodgy, check out his channel. And if you like it, subscribe. I think that Bodgy, for a young guy, is one of the best presenters that I watch. So I think he's explained things really easily. Great personality. It's very easy to watch your videos, and there's a lot of knowledge coming from someone so young. So I, for one, am a big fan, and would love to see you. If you could hit 200 today, that would be awesome. But I think it
crazy.
I also really like the editing on today's one, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes it can get a bit lazy, like if you're talking about the different names. I noticed that you went and put all the text in there and stuff like that, so you can see like that extra cherry on the top was put on there. So nice job.
Thank you, Blake Son.
the Latin names, I just avoid them. I pretend they don't exist. Big J Fishkeeper, welcome. How are you?
What's up, Big J? Anthony, how are you? Good to see you, boys.
The only thing that I stuffed up with this video was the background. There was little parts where the background music just went like crazy loud. So, it didn't get too loud, but it was just at the odd spot that it got high. So I'm still playing around with Premiere Pro. There's a lot of hidden features that I'm discovering.
I feel like when I know early days, I remember I would do a few videos and I had to learn that after a video, because I use iMovie to edit. After I go from iMovie into YouTube, the volumes seem to come closer. So when I think there's music in the background's nice and soft and I'm talking, it seems to bring them back in line almost. And it gets tricky. You've got to learn. Basically, you have a line here and it's sitting at 100%. You can go up to 400% or 0%. So I used to go down to like 50 or 40% and then leave the talking at 100%. But that's when it stuffed up. So I've got to like bring it down to 10%. It's real subtle.
And then it like equalates. That's weird. YouTube is weird.
I've been working on a video and I uploaded the start of it yesterday because it was the only way I could figure out whether a song was copyright or not.
Yeah.
That's one thing as well. You put a song over a video and you're like, oh, this works really well. I really like it. And then you upload it and it's like, And
I spent a few hours the other day just on, you know how YouTube has their like tracks that you can download?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just on there searching, going crazy, seeing if like I can download anything. But then it's like usually someone else has used the ones that sound good or it's just weird.
Just while everyone's here, when you're making videos and editing, where do you guys get your music from? Because have you found any good songs from that YouTube studio audio or whatever it is?
I use Epidemic Sound. You have to pay for it, but you don't have to like credit it and stuff. And it was annoying me like having to go, this song's by here, this song's by here, this song's by here, and your description's like a kilometer long if you put a few in. So I just paid. It's like $15 a month or something.
Yeah.
And I know I just search for copyright free music, but I think the perils of that, which hasn't really happened to me yet, or maybe once, sorry, is that it's copyright free now, but someone can then buy it and then want to claim on it and stuff. So,
so thanks, Candy. But yeah, I was a bit concerned because I was like, what happens if I can the subscription? Then do I have to go back and delete all the videos? But they don't copyright it so long as you had a subscription at the time of release of the video. So if you wanted to do like a one video with the music, you just subscribe for 1 month or whatever, and then you can cancel it. So long as you don't re-upload the video like later down the track, you're okay.
Who's that with?
Interesting.
With Epidemic Sound.
Okay.
Not
Sure.
to be confused with Pandemic Sound.
What was
Not
that?
to
Right?
be confused with Pandemic Sound.
Yeah, that's more like, there's a bomb.
Where do you get your music from, Dr. Black?
I just use my own.
What
I think
the math song? I liked the math song the other day.
Yeah, I get a lot of requests for that one for some reason, so I might have to work out a way to get it into a video.
I especially like the film clip because the film clip was you playing it and Sarah just sitting there going, like, oh, she doesn't like the math song.
She doesn't like much of my music.
Oh god.
She might be interested in that Post Malone Nirvana thing.
Well, let's not go there, shall we?
All right. I use the music on my phone. I haven't got that far into video editing yet. So, all right. What is in music that you've downloaded or music that just come from the editing suite, Nathan? There was a couple other
with those two because sometimes the editing suite ones are copyright as well.
Yeah, actually, plenty of good bluegrass on YouTube song lists, and play some Beethoven, Beethoven, Mozart. Yeah, because there's like a rule or something, isn't there, that if a song is a certain age, it becomes public domain or something.
50 years is supposed to be a copyright limit. But,
That's what I thought, but you could be playing Beatles songs on all your videos then, technically.
I believe when the copyright changes hands, then it starts again.
Yeah.
So you can only own a copyright for 50 years, I believe it is. But obviously lots of people sell their royalties on and are considered quite an investment by some people.
For example, Michael Jackson's estate owns all the Beatles songs, I think. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I imagine that they were probably part of his estate when he died, and someone else is now the owner. That would be an interesting one to find out, whether they stayed in his estate or whether they got sold off and stuff.
None of you guys bought it, did you? Can't schmooze up and use some music and
I own the copyrights to She Loves You, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I got Yellow Submarine, but I'm really more of a fan of Blue Submarines, so I never use it.
Okay.
Also,
Right.
what Anzac Day is. It's like a day of remembrance for the Australian, New Zealand Army Corps people who died in the war and all that stuff. So,
Teresa Cookie, it marks the anniversary for the first campaign that led to major casualties for Australian and New Zealand forces during World War I and commemorates all the conflicts that followed. We have a day in November where November 11 at the 11th hour, we all take a minute's silence, and that's called Remembrance Day. And I think that one's celebrated all over the world with different names because that marks the end of World War I. So there's actually some articles yesterday about how Anzac Day is taken away from Remembrance Day, but there's no issues having 2 days remembering those.
There's always going to be debates like that. It's, yeah.
The good thing, it wasn't like a negative, like, it shouldn't be 2 days. It was just like, does it take away from Remembrance Day?
I mean, yeah, but there's like nothing wrong with having 2 days, which is, yeah, it's weird.
I so can't wait till this culture of offence fades away. It's just ridiculous.
It is.
to overcorrect back the other way, isn't it? Like, that's usually the way it goes.
But I watched an episode of Joe Rogan with I can't remember his name. It was Alan something, and he has like this fake Twitter handle that he had for a few years where he was playing some cartoon girl or something or fairy or something that no one knew who it was, and he
writes books.
Sorry,
He
wrote
writes
books.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a ghost name.
And also, I think use that name on Twitter to have fun with people because it basically was attacking all of the woke community, all the people that are like, you can't say that, you can't do that, and just having the best time with it. And I was like, I can't believe there are people out there. And the funny thing is, the natural progression of people that are thinking like that start turning on each other because all of a sudden Blake's not as woke as I am, so he's not woke anymore.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Crazy.
Punchy, you just use the YouTube junk music. That what was it? That Mud Skipper song video you did. Got stuck in my head for about 6 weeks because you looped it like 4 times on the Mud Skipper, and I'm like, these Mud Skippers are cute. The song's cool, but now it's stuck in my head. I'm so offended by your comment, Dr. Black. MTA.
Chris is so woke. It's ridiculous.
Oh gosh.
We should be able to feed roseline sharks to Asian arowana, and people should not take it as an offense.
If I offend one person a day, then I consider my job here is done. But I don't feel that I actually truly offended him, so I've got to work a little bit harder at offense.
A quick bodgy check. He's up to 179. I think it's a good start.
Okay. 170. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. I'm very much happy with that.
Bodge check. Also,
Speaking of yeah, go ahead.
remember last night I said I wanted to show you something on stream? I was supposed to be at the start, but I totally forgot. You might have a new shirt, and so do I. I mean, just...
It looks like a hoodie. That's what the hoodie would look like if I make one. Oh, I am engineered. You are right.
Genetically engineered.
Hang on.
Can
Shall
you
we-
just get like Aquaman's face on your shirt? Like, can you just take his face and put it there?
So
I like
true, Pam. Pam speaks the truth. I'm really aiming below the bar there, aren't I? I should be aiming much higher for better numbers if I get so pissed off at woke culture. I've also got this I got this rogue blue tongue wandering around over here. If he pokes his head at some stage, I'm going to catch it and put him in front of the camera.
Catch, clean, cook.
Aquaman, I think that's Baby Shark. I'm not sure which one's Baby. Is that the logo? I'm not sure. I'm in stone.
Baby shark.
Before we go too far away from it, Bodgy, did you guys do anything happen in your area for Anzac Day yesterday?
Don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
Bodgy
my
wasn't up
area is
that
pretty quiet. I'm always up early. I'm the first person to wake up in the house. 7:30 max is as far as I sleep.
It's all that Red Bull you drink.
I don't drink energy drinks.
On the lighter side, I did watch 3 games of footy yesterday, like old matches.
The Anzac Day ones, or
Fox Sports were doing like 3 of the best Anzac Day matches. So every year on Anzac Day, Collingwood and Essendon play in front of like 100,000 people, if you're not aware. And with lost Bodgy, that's fair enough. But yeah, so I went 1995, 01, and 2012, I think it was. So it's pretty good.
Bodgy hates the old football talk. He just runs away as soon as it starts. He's gone.
He's all about dropping them rose lines and leaving.
Whoops. I'm back. I don't know how that happened. Actually, I kind of do know how that happened, but that was an accident.
As a neutral football supporter, I always like the Anzac Day game. But trying to remember. I remember vividly where I was when Zaharakis kicked that goal.
Yeah, in 09.
And, everyone was like, "No, that's it." All the Essendon supporters were like, "No, we can't win now." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I reckon if..." And then they're like, "Oh, all right, we'll keep watching it." And then it happened. It was awesome.
We don't win many of them, but outside of the actual footy, you have 100,000 people in a stadium, which is a lot of people for any sport, really. And at the start of it, they play the last post, which is I don't know if that's a worldwide thing, last post. I think it's an Anzac thing. So
It's an Anzac, yeah.
yeah, it's like that song that Josh was talking about earlier on a bugle, and it's silent. You can hear like 2 babies crying or whatever, but there's 100,000 silent people, and it's really weird the first time you go to a game.
There's always a bloody crow as well going,
Yeah, seagulls and stuff. And then
Or a seagull.
It's so disrespectful.
so everyone's
No, the crows aren't yet.
for this song, and then as soon as it's over, everybody just starts like a big cheer, and the contrast is, I don't know, you can't really explain it.
It's just
weird.
nothing, and then it just goes right up, and then they all the players run out to their position, start pushing each other, and then they bounce it, and it's just nuts.
It's volume
It's powerful.
feel in your body, like it the vibrations actually go through you.
Probably the only thing that maybe everyone here would know, like how everyone sings the national anthem before finals and that sort of stuff. It's like that, but twice as powerful. It feels. Yeah. And there's actually a video of it on the AFL website at the moment. They still did it. They sent one bugler out to the middle of the ground, and he did it with the stadium. And what was really weird about it was because everyone goes silent, when he did it and the stadium was empty, it was exactly like there was 100,000 people as well because of the silence. Pretty cool.
Did you see how they said if they start games and there's going to be no one in the stadium, they're going to get like one DJ to stimulate the game, like the stadium noise?
Yeah. They have tried that with other sports as well.
Has it been any effective?
I think it's better because, like, the one game that we did have, you'd kick a goal and there'd be no celebration. Everyone would just walk back to their position. It was pretty weird.
Here we go. Watching Swanee have a blinder on Anzac Day match. What a great memory. Not for Black.
Swanee.
Anzac specialist.
I was thinking of something yesterday that would be really fun.
Oz fish tuber footy game.
Fun and lame. But if you had like at the next Underwater Pet Expo had sort of a DJ playing whatever music and had people trying to skate to the music, it would be you build up as the scape's getting to, I don't know. It would be a fun like hour-long set sort of thing with someone scaping.
The music would have to be Dr. Black's intro on loop.
No, I believe the music should be Igor Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. If anyone's heard that wonderful 20th century classical piece, some of the most innovative orchestral music on the planet. That's Igor Stravinsky's Rite of Spring.
I was thinking a bit of Nessun Dorma, a bit of operatic while we're escaping.
Okay. Right.
That's so 19th century.
Or it could just be some dude playing the flute like Pam's song while someone's escaping. What are these guys doing? You could just do it on the street. You could be busking music while escaping and making money on the side.
Or quick throwback, which I've heard is a good thing in podcasts and stuff. Just a bit of Baby Shark.
Am I
we have like a whole bunch of mini games.
Am I the only person on the planet who has not heard this Baby Shark song?
Oh, yeah, give me a second. Here we go.
Baby Shark, do.
Yeah, that's all I know. That's all I have. I've heard people do the references of Baby Shark, do, and then that's all I've got. So
the entire scene. That's all it is. There's not more to it. There's no chorus or lyrics. It's just that.
Baby Shark.
That's enough because I won't get us.
Oh, I'm sorry to everybody in the chat. for Blake's antics.
I guess I should feel a little blessed then that I've not heard the entirety of it.
You're
God.
allowed, like 8 seconds at a time or something. No, you're allowed to talk about it. You're just not allowed to rip the whole thing off.
Well, what are you doing, Sam?
Mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark.
All right, that's enough.
Oh God! All right, thanks for coming, everybody. What do I do? Do I have to give you warnings and be like, one more time I have to kick you or something?
This time I left intentionally.
Back to the football thing. Daniel White says microphones next to everyone's home TV through to the stadium would be cool. That would be funny.
Yeah.
You need a pretty long extension cord for that.
But also
Serious
one-
job for the
it's
sound
like-
engineer too.
One other thing is it wouldn't be the same because, like, at the same level of a cheer, you'd get someone like saying, "Oi, Greg, do the dishes," you know, stuff like that.
Get me another stubby doll.
Dogs barking,
Nice.
cars starting up, Rumble fixing his motorbike in the background, that stuff like that.
Rumble just doing anything in the background. Not even his motorbike. Him
Opening
dropping his phone,
All that stuff would be
tripping,
mixed as well.
tripping over a ladder.
MTA said
Yeah.
it's a great way to lose viewers. That song. Dragonlair Acclimate, you ran off multi-tank addiction. Let's make it loud and clear. It wasn't me doing it. It's Blake
Oh.
doing it. And it is funny. Actually, we dropped eight people when you started singing. Started playing it. I hope your stream
have you
gets
done,
cancelled
Blake?
so you can think what you've done, Josh. I didn't do anything. It's not me.
Josh,
This
well,
was Blake's plan the whole time. He just wanted to jump on and sabotage the stream.
I was just instantly sitting here minding my own business. You decided to play it. I don't know what happened there.
Let's mute Blake's microphone and see if it happens again for the rest of the.
See, it won't now because that's boy on your end. You've decided you won't play it again and frame me.
That would be pretty clever.
I gotta jump off, guys.
No worries. Good to see you. So
Bye.
remember, if you haven't, Scott Bodgy from Australia, check out the channel. Where did we get to with that? Refresh. Oh, my computer is being really annoying lately. 180. All right. So we've got a couple more.
Yes.
Getting a little
Happy
bit
with
closer.
that. Cool. Thank you for that, guys.
No, anytime. You have a good day, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Will do. Bye
Hey,
bye.
Bodge.
See you, man.
See ya. Yeah, not wrong, Daniel White. I mean, it was the first time I've ever heard it, but
I noticed a little bit of shifty eyes then. First time I've heard it.
it was quick.
Alan S, welcome. And John Larson, I don't know if I said hello to you before. I read out one of the comments. Didn't take him long to find it. Reckon it's the top. Okay. Yeah, you pointing the finger at me, aren't you? Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments in the chat here.
Catching a lot of hate for just providing context to Blackie for a song that a lot of popularity he'd never heard before. I thought I was doing the bloke a favour. Jeez.
Clearly, I was completely unaware of the can of worms that I would open up for people's
Yeah.
psychic states, mental states.
I wasn't playing Rebecca Black's It's Friday. Like, it's just a bit of Baby Shark.
That one I know. That one I know only too well.
Dangerous
Beautiful
work.
song. Beautiful song. Gets me right here. Every time I hear that one.
You got to get down. It's
Just like that Maybe song.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Ooh, now we're talking some serious musics.
I'm waiting for some people to put some stuff in the chat. Can of earworms. What? What's cracking? Bishy Fizz in the house. How are
G'day,
you?
Izzo.
You ever heard the term earworm?
No, I haven't actually.
So that what you were talking about with Pam's video, that song that gets stuck in your head all day, that's called an earworm.
Oh, that's a gross way to think about it.
So that's a pretty good little joke there, can of earworms. Because we opened up a can of worms in the form of songs that would be stuck in your head all day.
Zen Ginger's always right there with a good pun, a good segue.
Underrated comment.
Call me
G'day,
maybe.
Tom. How you been, Fishy Biz?
Oh, my youngest son has been home from school, like from daycare, the whole week. So I've been cranking a lot of Wiggles on the TV. I don't think we want to go down that wormhole again. It's good to have a bit of relief right now from that.
I'm glad I only experienced the original Wiggles because I did see a little bit of the franchise option.
Yeah,
And I wasn't impressed, I must say. No one does Murray like Murray.
true. And even Greg, like those dulcet tones, you just don't get those again.
And no one does pretend sleep like Jeff.
True.
He's got
Actually,
that.
They should have eliminated the fake sleep, but it's still there in pieces. And I'm like, hey, what are the chances you get 2 narcolepts in your band? Like, you give it up after the first.
Have they changed the name?
Yeah, it's what's his name? Wake Up, whoever it is.
Hey, what's Tampa Tom going on about?
Dr. Black, why am I not allowed in your chat anymore? We're still fish bros, right?
I don't understand this, Tampa Tom. I don't unallow anyone from my chat.
Did a moderator accidentally hide them fully?
What happens? Do you try and make comments or something on my videos, Tom, and it doesn't let you?
I thought that was just for the no, hide from this channel. There's an option there, isn't there?
All right, we'll investigate straight away. But if you can definitely tell me
Do you fix that though? I am curious.
Yeah, does
anyone know in the chat how you can fix that?
Just let us know, Tom, if what message it gives you if you try and a comment, but no one sees me. Let me go into my studio and suss this the heck out, because I don't kick anyone, I don't block anyone or ban anyone out of my chat. So something weird has happened here, Tom.
With you. Channel permissions. Nope. Community. Oh, yeah. If you go to YouTube Studio and then go into settings, at the bottom is community, and you'll have a blocked words, hidden users, approved users. I don't understand that one. And moderators.
I was compromising the stream playing a 6-second clip. We've sat here for 5 minutes clicking buttons, trying to unhide, get some entertainment, people. Nobody wants to see. Yes.
We got more. Got more viewers than your bloody song.
Yes, Tampa Tom, someone has put you in my hidden users. Certainly not me, because clearly based on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 names in my hidden users.
Oh, really? Who else is in there?
I'm not going to share the names on your live stream, Aquamate, but what I'm going to have to do is I'll take a picture of it and put it in the Hangouts, because there's some really funny names in there. But obviously they don't do very savoury comments if they're in there.
Did you put all these people in there, or is there someone going in your stream going, nah, don't like that person, don't like that person?
I'm not sure, but like I can remember some of these names being around.
Ooh.
But I don't remember hiding anyone, really.
Well, Candy's saying she knows who it is. Ooh.
Knows who what is.
This stream is just weird. Now it's controversial. We're listening to bloody songs that we don't want to be listening to.
You want a few more clips? I'll roll through some more music if you want.
Blake was making out with himself at the start of the episode.
That was weird. And then I teleported over here somehow.
Oh crap! I really want to know this. He's behind you. Where? Bendigo Balaclava, how are you?
G'day. I'm still gonna just refer to Bendigo Balaclava as Cooker, just because I'm OD that way.
And it's easier to say, but I do like the name Bendigo Balaclava.
It does sound like a bit of a Grand Theft Auto sort of character. Wearing a balaclava in Bendigo.
It sounds like a Gold Rush character. It sounds like if YouTube was around during the Gold Rush, that would be his YouTube channel while he was mining for gold. Pleco Whisperer, Mark, how are you?
G'day, Mark.
G'day, Mark. Do yourself a favor and don't watch any of the last 20 minutes.
You are fixed, Tampa Tom. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Like I said, based on the names in my hidden users, there's only particular people that need to get put in there. But I don't even remember putting them in there because I find their names very funny. They must have gone really overboard.
It's annoying because I like your streams, but I'm always like stuck on the road or working. So I usually can get in there for a little bit if I'm traveling heaps, and I can just plug it up to the car and I can just listen to it. But I don't see comments or who, so I have no idea who you're talking about.
Well, the names that are in there are like, I remember them from like maybe a year ago or more. So I'd hate to imagine that Tampa Tom's been hidden and stashed away for that long. And I apologise, Tampa Tom. I wish I'd known about this earlier.
I missed that one, the week of the trolls.
Oh, it's pretty good because, yeah, definitely the names that are in my list there that I've sent you guys is yeah, I remember when they were around, and a few of them were just the same person, kept coming in, but some of the names were like really creative and quite humorous. Oh yeah, well I've definitely not added anyone to that hidden list. I don't know if I even did the original one, so potentially one of the mods might have got a little bit punch drunk, Tom. And yeah, if it ever happens again, please let me know and I'll fix it straight away.
That's good.
Sorry, I am entertaining myself with these names.
Is that all the same person that's making fake accounts, do you think?
I was just reading one going, that's not rude. I'm whoring. Oh god, bloody Willie.
Are you guys reading the names that I sent?
Yeah.
But there's what's funny as well is there's like one in there that I'm like, I don't think that's
Yeah, like the one top right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing those names in other streams. Who was it? There's someone it was like I think it was a friendly troll situation, but all of a sudden someone kept getting booted and coming back with like a very similar name, but it was just getting dirtier.
Yeah, there's a fine line between awesomely humorous and completely filth.
Daniel White, new member. Thanks, Dan.
Congrats, Daniel White. Welcome aboard.
He's probably going to send me a message saying, as long as you don't play that bloody song again. Just a reminder to the new members, if you can message me on Instagram, because I'd love to I'll send them out to anyone, but I definitely want to send some out to the new members if they would like them. But if anyone does want a sticker too, feel free, message me. I'm going to try and do a post out, late this week because I am way behind on about 8 or 9 other people that I meant to send, predominantly in America. So I'll send them, and I don't know how long. Like postage over here has just slowed right down. Like new meaning to snail mail. Like you sent me a message about 2 or 3 weeks ago saying,
well,
shit.
yeah, it was a long time ago. I sent to Tiger Lotus. You know that video I did of packing the Tiger Lotus? I sent that about 200 kilometers, and it took 7 days.
Wow. Could have walked it there in that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
200 kilometers.
Why am I getting told off, Gina? I'm sending yours this week as well. Casey Aqua, I'm not sending you any. I've already sent you some, unless you want more. Same Blake and Dr. Black, unless you want more. You probably acclimated out.
200.
Fishy
What, like
Fun
120
57.
miles.
Aquamate, what is your dog's name? My dog is Sam over here. Unfortunately, I've debated whether to even talk about this at all, but I had a big Lear. He was almost 16 and a half, and I had to put him down a couple of days ago, which sucked and was incredibly hard because I finished high school. Well, the story was probably the only thing that made me sort of break the moment when we had to give him the injection. He said, "When did you get Bailey?" And I said, I finished high school when I was 18, and I said to my mum, "Can I get a dog?" And she's like, "Nope." And I was like, "Okay." So I got a dog, and I got kicked out of home. And so I went and stayed with my best mate and his family, who were like my second family. And I don't know, I think I had to work or something. So I went home on the Sunday to get some more clothes. And my mum's like, she was sort of like, "I'm not going to let you back in because you shouldn't have done it, but I feel bad." And then she followed me out to the car with all my clothes, and she's like, "Where's the dog?" I said, "He's in the car." She's like, "Well, show me then." So I opened the door and handed him over to her, and I was allowed back home. I got to move back home because she was like, "Oh, he's too cute." All right. So
Nice of her to wait till you loaded the car, though.
well, I think she was like, "Oh, how am I going to do this?" Because she'd remarried, and my stepfather was a bit of a jerk. So I think she was sort of, I put her in that position where it was like, "Oh, he's not going to let that dog be here, but my son's going to." Obviously, he's done it. So anyway, I think as soon as she saw him, it was like, "All right, I'll figure out a way. I'll just come back in." And I wasn't allowed to have him inside, but I'd sneak him. My bedroom was next to the laundry, so I'd sneak him in through the laundry, and Mum would come in and be like, "Oh, what's he doing in here?" And then, after a little while, the door would open and Mum would be like, "Go on," and she'd sneak him into my room as well. So to go from being like a teenager, having him moving so many times, and being here, he had cancer about 6 years ago. He had this little lump. You can stop me at any stage if you want. Talking about a dog is not as interesting, but had a little tumor and it just got bigger. So we took him to the vet, and the vet was like, "Yeah, look, it's going to cost us $1,000 to cut the tumor out. We'll send it away for testing, and then if it's all good, then it's gone. If it's cancer, we'll try and get everything we can anyway." So I go back and pick him up, and they just cut a tiny little bit out. Charged me the $1,000, tested it, it was cancer, and then said, "Come back and we need to charge you another $1,000. So by this stage, I cracked it. And I was like, "Why didn't you just do what you said you'd do?" Took him to the RSPCA, and they cut it out a few $100 cheaper, not a lot cheaper. But the vet tried to hold him hostage because I didn't pay for $40 of antibiotics that he never charged me for. So there was this bill holding up his surgery. So I went through all that, and to make it 16 and a half, I think he might have had another tumor in his spleen that ruptured it. I came out in the morning and he was, he couldn't walk. So I don't know. I've seen him get sick at times, but just that morning, it was just looked at him and went, "This is it." So that sucked, but we're still at Sam. Sam's an 11 or 12-year-old. Keep trying to remember exactly. Grudel, who didn't really kind of grow to the Grudel size, the golden retriever size. They've always been outside dogs because they're sort of together. It's never really been an issue. But now that Bailey's gone, Sam is now an indoor dog. So you might see a lot more of Sam on the channel because he follows me around. I think he's still trying to figure out what's happened too. So
Sam's such a good-looking dog.
he is. He's got a little bald patch at the back, and I'm hoping that comes back for him. But he's a lovely natured dog. He just wants cuddles all the time, but he hates little dogs. He likes to try and eat them. So I actually bought him a muzzle the other day, and my neighbors are really close to us, and they've got a couple smaller dogs, and he hates one of them. So we're going to try and go for walks and socialize them, and hopefully, that'll give him the best quality life that he's alone, but he can go and play with other dogs whenever. So sorry if I missed lots of messages and lots of people saying sorry to hear and stuff, and I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I might do a little note at the end of a video or something with a photo or something. I don't know, whatever's appropriate, but I feel like it was a big part of my life, so I feel like doing nothing is not appropriate, but nothing at the moment seems appropriate. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah.
Yeah, sorry to hear, mate. Don't really know what to be honest. It's always rough.
No, that's fine. I know I went on a thing, but it's good because I was like, oh, do I say anything? Because I'm the sort of person that needs to get things out, I think, sometimes. So it's good. 16 and a half for a dog is incredible. So that's why I keep going.
It is a very good run. But it seems like a really appropriate time to mention that I'm sitting on 529 subscribers. So if I can take this opportunity to get my channel to 530 subscribers this stream, that would make my day.
That's good. I definitely jump over. There's a few new names in here, and it's awesome to see all the new names as well as all the regulars. And there's another one of the old regulars, Aussie Fish Adventures. Josh, how are you?
Hey, Josh.
Oh, Josh did a video of a tomato plant, and he sent it over to me. He's like, what's happened? And it's hit over 8,000 views. It's just like a 13-second video of a particular tomato plant. It's a good-looking tomato plant, but it's crazy how it's just exploded like that. But yeah, definitely jump over to Blackie's channel, 530. Would be good. Maybe
I'd like to say,
531, maybe 532.
no, yeah, mate. Aim for the stars, they say.
Sorry, aim for the stars.
I'd like to do a video of my tomato plants too, but I won't. I can't yet. Maybe in a week or two. Yeah,
that would be good. I've been thinking, like, Blake, that's something that you're really knowledgeable with, and you did a video about. I'm really bad with the name. What was it?
Bioscape.
Biomedes, or the plants you put on the. You did like a little sort of terrarium thing, and then you had
the Duoterra base.
Yes.
See you, Brad. Mr. Fish Sir is out of here, and I'm going to go and wrestle a crocodile.
See you, Mr. Fish Sir. Thank you.
I don't think I'm knowledgeable in Blackie's tomato plants.
No, I know, but I mean, plants sort of go a bit hand in hand, I feel like, with a lot of people that keep fish. A lot of people that know a bit about their plants, and I'm loving having plants all around these fish tanks now, rather than just having the tank standalone. I'm putting plants everywhere, and I don't know what this one is, but I'm loving it. My wife picked it up, and
yeah, that's cool.
A parlor palm, and it's a bit dry at the moment, but it still seems to be quite happy sitting near the window.
But I guess it's an important. You just said that fish people like keeping plants sometimes, and I didn't get to say it before, but I think a lot of fish people are just pet people as well. So don't worry about sharing that side of your life.
Well, that's actually what Daniel just said. He's like, I'd like to do something with my collies on the channel, but I would be worried people would be turned off. That's right, and yeah, I think you're right. I'm working on something at the moment. Be just I haven't got any real videos of Bailey. I've just got a lot of photos, but it'd just be one quick little thing.
Yeah.
And all you guys would know what it meant. I suppose a lot of people wouldn't know what it meant, and a lot of people won't make it to the end anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you do a really good fish video, people probably might not make it to the end anyway, you know? So do whatever you want to do.
That's right. Cooper's Aquatics, good morning or good afternoon or good evening or good night. I'm trying to remember where Cooper is.
It's a fish tank.
It's a fish tank.
Yeah, I'm gonna escape it.
Hang on a second.
Oh,
Horse cam. I'm assuming this is Dr. Black.
Oh, is that what he was working on? Right.
If it's not Dr. Black and somebody does something naughty, I will just remove them.
I'd be worried about that in this climate at the moment.
Yeah. I got a question for you about the dry scape, but we'll try and see what's going on with the horse first.
You're not into my my nano tank then, I take it.
Sorry?
You're not into my nano tank that I just showed you.
Oh, sorry. So I was looking down here going, what's horse cam when you were showing me? And I straight away went to, apparently one of our fish fam had someone very inappropriate jump up on their stream, and I went, should I be clicking this? Should I be showing this?
Sure, he's a cookie. Josh has fish. That's good. Nah, he just has PlayStations. And Rumble just has motorbikes.
I'll give you the inside word. Every time I do a stream in the morning or even afternoon, if that screen is not working there, it's purely because I've been freaking out running around and I'm not ready. If it's working, it means that I was actually prepared. So you can know from the get-go, oh, no, Josh doesn't know what's going on because he hasn't even turned the screen on. It was yesterday. I have the TV here. So during the Aquamate experience videos, I try and put the channel that I'm talking to, I put their playlist on there so that my head can block it the whole time. It's really good. But just so that if I'm moving or something, that you can kind of see a bit of their stuff. But yesterday I noticed with Aquafunk, his first video played and then nothing after that. I understand. Same for me and my 15-year-old Persian cat. Yes, I know. They're good friends, aren't they?
Daniel, I was thinking I'll hook up an FX6 to it. We'll get a nice big 6 kilo CO2 bottle. Some real big, like 15 kilo pieces of Dragonstone or something.
In your new little nano tank?
Yeah, in this.
What are you going You just put some moss and a shrimp in there. That'll be it. And then the shrimp will be like, I'm out of here.
No,
I was going to ask you.
I was like, I'll make a tank. And
I was going to ask you about the dry start because I spoke to Blake before I started my dry start.
Never a good idea.
If you haven't seen that video, check it out. But what I've been doing is misting it probably once every 2 days or once every day and a half. Hey, Nick, keeping fish simple. How are you? And one thing you said to me was, watch out, don't put too much water at the bottom of the tank because sometimes you can rot the roots or fungus and that sort of thing, which is fine. But I've noticed now I've hit a level where the water is just at the top of the lowest part of the aqua soil. Yeah. But the rocks, because I've painted on Java moss, the rocks are drying out. And I'm like, to keep the rocks moist, I need to add more water, but then I don't want to flood the system yet. Yeah.
You can take water out, like just use a turkey baster or like a piece of airline hose and make a tiny little siphon that way.
All right. Well, today is Mark's week 3. Week 3? No, I swear I did. Maybe it's week 4.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember because I'm pretty sure I did this straight after, like while we were talking on our last stream. Or 2 streams ago. Welcome to the Aquamate Can't Remember Anything stream.
I've set up 3 new scapes that nobody has seen so far. One of them was flooding the dry start. That's 6 weeks, I think it lasted, but I don't know. I'm not really happy with it, to be honest.
What do you mean lasted 6 weeks? As in,
Like I-
took 6 weeks to build?
I let it grow in for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Dry.
I feel like I don't know. Apparently, around the sort of 4 week stage is when you notice a lot more rapid growth.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at that stage. It's funny because I look at it every day. I'm going, oh, it hasn't done much. But then now I'm looking at it going, well, there's not as many gaps as there used to be. So I'm fully aware that I need to have CO2 when I set it up. So the CO2 kit I'm looking at is like $250. Can't remember how many kilos it is. But if I get the small nano CO2 kit, apparently they're $150, and looks like maybe I'd have to change the bottle out like monthly, which I think that would be a bit of a pain. So I probably need something bigger.
Yeah. Just the best way to go is the Keg King. Just go to the Keg King website. I think they still have a sale on at the moment. Get either the 2.6 or the 6 kilo. And even if you want to get like a different regulator, like regulators like anything else, you can spend $1 million if you want. Some that people think are really good are like CO2 Art. I just use the Keg King ones, and they seem to do fine. But yeah.
Yeah, I might have a look at that because that's the thing is I'm looking at them from like fish shops. So, you know, they'll be top dollar. Keeping Fish Simple says G 250. What do you look at, Nick? Because I think you've got a few setups there. Aquamate, my 8-year-old dog, cost me $800 to fix a hernia. Like guys get a spay. I got $400 in discounts. Yeah, they can cost a lot of money too.
A friend of mine got a Kelpie, and he had it for one day, and he had these stairs outside, like, you know, 2-story houses sometimes if they have stairs from the second story down, and the dog fell down the stairs and broke 2 legs. So like the second day he owned it, he had to pay all these thousands of dollars to get there.
Hey Chappie, how are you?
G'day, Chappie.
That's actually funny because that sort of happened with Bailey too. The day I got him, he fell off the deck at the house that I got kicked out to. Hello.
Hello. How's the Minecraft going?
Bad.
Oh,
Really bad.
Why is it really bad? Because it's not working on the PlayStation. You've been playing it on the Switch all along.
get off the internet, Dad. Hey, trying to play Minecraft here.
I really want to play Pokemon.
His
Give us a flex, Harry. Give us a flex.
Ripping into a few protein shakes for the looks.
Been doing more push-ups than his dad, that's for sure. Look at those biceps. I want to see him do one of these ones.
she almost pulled me off.
Flex those delts.
You do that.
This has certainly been one of the streams of the ages. You never know what you're going to get in a Create and Friends stream. Nobody can contest that. The scary man is flexing.
So apparently my begging and calling out for subscribers didn't even work. I'm still sitting on 529.
They must already be all subscribed to you.
Surely not. Anyway.
Yeah, well.
I'll just continue my pretending that I don't really ever ask for subscribers and stuff, because I don't. But please sub.
Oh, good work, Chappie, with the 99-cent super sticker. I can't see what the sticker is.
Yeah, they don't show what the sticker looks like in StreamYard. Go
It's
over
a
to YouTube to check it.
classic mustache.
He won't be bothering us anymore.
While you were gone, I just played Baby Shark on loop for like 3 minutes.
How you going, Dr. Black?
Sorry, I was out of the StreamYard window, so I didn't get the comedy straight away.
I thought you'd let me back on if I showed my Aqua hoodie.
Chappie with the super sticker. Thank you very much, Chappie. Appreciate it. Red looks good on you. Oh. These flies. When do flies aren't meant to be around in autumn? They're meant to die off. Let's see.
From down under. Your turn.
I feel like a bit of a dance monkey situation. Dance monkey. The thunder from down under.
But you want me to play Dance Monkey? I can bring up any song you want.
You can. Thank you, Chappie.
Instead of Dance Monkey, can you do Dance Magic from the Labyrinth soundtrack?
Yes, David Bowie. Or David Bowie.
I mean, I can, but I don't think that's a real request.
Where are we? I was going to ask you guys, what else are you watching on YouTube at the moment? Watch a lot of FishTube, but I really like Ricky Gervais, and there's some channel where he seems to do like a chat just like this with a live chat with people. But because of the name of the chat, I don't know if it's actually his channel or anything like that. So I don't know if it's someone, because you know how sometimes people just put up content that isn't their own, but then they seem like there's a channel that does like South Park episodes back to back, and I'm like, how are you allowed to do this?
Oh, yeah, they just don't get paid for it.
Scott, you don't need to
King and Queen tickets coming good with a 20 bucker.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. What up, crew? Good to see you guys. Good to see you too. I'm really excited because Scott's latest video, he did a nano tank, and I messaged him afterwards. I'm like, "You got to do more nano tanks?" And he's like, "No, I don't think so." But I thought for a moment that it was going to get converted and go, "Oh, I can make a few more of these." But it looks really awesome, that tank, and I'm hoping that I'll be getting something very, very soon. It's very, very similar. And that video has made me more and more excited about tackling that project, which of course I'll film and bring to you guys.
So
sometimes sorry, Blake, sometimes a firm no is a solid maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'm just being optimistic. What were you saying, Blake?
So you know, King and Queen do a nano tank, but I do the most nano tank, and you give me nothing. Are you a nano tank guy or not?
There was a horse over there. I was looking at the horse. Can't pay attention to everything.
That's more nano than this. I can literally pick it up with one finger, full of water.
You could put some sea monkeys in there.
I was going to put 3 Oscars in there.
3 Oscars, yeah. It could look good. See if they breed.
A few of Rumble's flower horns or something.
Oh, all 3 of them maybe have a bit of a love triangle of Oscars.
I'd have to pile them up and rotate them through so they get water on them.
Be like
and going back to your YouTube question as well, I totally agree with Tampa Tom that UFC are putting up a lot of great old fights, keeping us entertained with a bit of the biff. So yes,
UFC on YouTube has been posting a lot of great. Okay.
Yeah, that's been good to catch up on some old stuff while there's not much going on in that neighborhood. Yeah,
YouTube's a good one, like to find all this new content, and Harry's obsessed with all the big YouTubers, so he would have loved to have been in that Mr. Beast thing. Going, Dad, give me a wallet. I'm like, why? I'm just donating money to Mr. Beast. Oh,
$7,000 later.
Thanks for the interest, Jesse. Yes, I did make it, actually. Had a piece of glass from a photo frame, actually.
Let's just... I'll give you 2 minutes. Let's just go. You and your nano tank. Tell us about how amazing this nano tank is.
No, you'll have
Should
to
we
wait
buy one?
now. I was going to give you the sneak preview, but you'll have to wait for the video to come out of my channel. I was going to give you the exclusive.
Just a word of warning, everybody, that video will have lots of Baby Shark in it, I'm assuming. There we go. I'm like, why did I just come back? Trying to bring everyone back.
We're not on a Aquamate experience here, mate. We're not one at a time. We're all just...
I gave up on that halfway through the Swisky interview. Basically, I had all my questions here, and everything just sort of went away from all those questions. And I'm like, this is really hard trying to bring it back to these points. And yeah, I fanboyed out a little bit. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. But it was so much fun chatting with Jimmy, and I've asked him a question or two since, and he's responded. So he's a pretty genuine dude. And it was actually his idea to make a quick video, use the song you want, just upload it and see if it gets a copyright. And then it's like, put it on private and then carry on with the project if it doesn't. So hopefully it doesn't the second time. Nice shirt, Aqua, mate. No, it's not bad.
Zen, I did it myself.
I kind of expected you to fanboy out so much more with Jimmy, but I thought you held it together really well. You actually seemed like a normal adult human being whilst talking to him.
You know what's not good about sometimes with streams, I used to like watch them back a bit and just see, how did that go and stuff. And I sort of haven't done that for a while, but I did the other day. There's no one was streaming, and I am a big need to make up a word for this. When you do chores while you listen to people stream, you can listen, get right involved, and all of a sudden the house is clean. So I was doing laundry, and I watched it back, and I was like, I did not shut up. I just kept talking and talking. And I thought it was the other way around, that I didn't say enough. So I'd say we're somewhere in the middle. That was all right. Do you think Black is being sarcastic? Am I missing something here?
No. I was, for a very rare occasion in my life, there was no sarcasm in that.
Someone here, Scott said, loving the Chicago Bulls documentary. Anyone else watching that? I'm not a big basketball fan, but I really enjoyed the first two episodes.
Isn't there supposed to be isn't there a picture of Michael Jordan with Shane Warne or something in there somewhere in that series? Was it Shane Warne? Am I getting confused?
Two of the GOATs.
Yeah. I might have to watch the whole thing just to see if there's that picture in there. I might be confused, though. It might not have been Shane Warne. Don't know why Shane Warne came to my head. I'm sure Scotty will tell me if there's a image of Shane Warne and Michael Jordan, because I'm fairly 107.
Not in the first two. So they're doing 2 episodes a week. So there wasn't one in the first 2 episodes. And then there's 10 episodes all up. So it'll get released progressively over 5 weeks. And I'll have a zinger box, please, Dan. So anyone want KFC? Dan's going to KFC. Oh, Sand Creek Aquatics. Sand Creek Aquatics and Sheps Aquatics, welcome. And Nathan, what happened? Did his 12-hour stream go all the way?
I don't know. I left and said I'd be back later, and then I didn't end up turning back up. Sorry, Nath.
Yeah, I left after you, and then I said I would come back later, and I came back later because I'm more more genuine than Dr. Black.
Well, come on. I had my favorite fish was spawning, so my attention span kind of got very heavily directed into watching fish root for a few hours.
So nothing like a bit of fish spawn.
Matty
but I went back, and yes, Nathan, you were asleep.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
You have to send me some of these.
I thought he said that's hot earlier, so I didn't think it was actually going to go. You were talking about fish reading, so I thought I'd throw in a that's hot. But anyway.
It's funny.
Thanks heaps, Matthew, for getting me over that hurdle.
Hey, good work, Matt. That's awesome. Where are we? When's Cam coming up? So,
27,470 to go.
how many?
27,470. I think that's what I said.
97,470 would get you to
27,430.
Is that your goal, is it?
Somewhere around there. You know, they're
Let's see if
obviously
we can make it happen before the end of the hour. Gosh. Where are we?
if only I got on that Mr. Beast stream, I'd be there by now.
That's
Should
true.
just send comments in there and randomers will subscribe for some reason.
Does this mean I'm never going to be able to sell you a Aquamate shirt jumper now? You're like, oh, I've got this sorted. Just sit on the screen and put a logo.
Should I show it again for anyone who's here late? Hang on a second. Pretty good. Needs to be a bit bigger.
Is it cotton or polyester?
It's digital cotton.
The softest cotton that exists. It's micro modal.
The printing looks fantastic.
It's kind of weird how it doesn't move exactly how I move, but thought that was a fun design.
You just got a new subscriber, Blake. Scott has said, I've got to do the walk of shame here. I was not subbed to Blake, but I swear I thought I was. There you go.
Thanks, King Crean. Appreciate that.
Tell your friends.
Actually, I will help you out there. I know that in the past you
Thanks,
were,
Candy.
so YouTube probably kicked you off. Or you probably saw some of my content and then decided that you didn't like it and left, and now you've got mad regrets about that decision.
Mad regrets. I love that.
Well, he did say that he was doing the walk of shame, so it certainly doesn't help on Blake's part doesn't hurt on Blake's part to try and rub that shame in a little bit, is it?
Just rub it in a little bit.
Out of the shame. So
sorry, I'm looking at this hidden user thing again. That's too funny.
There's some quality names in there.
I've got none in there. I did have Donald Trump in one of my streams early days. That was an honor. And also, sorry?
Did you just say you had Donald Trump in a stream?
Yes.
Like an imposter or something?
Yeah. Someone pretending to be Donald Trump.
Oh.
Everyone knows all of Trump's accounts are the real Donald Trump.
Yeah. And they're all huge. China.
Huge.
We're going to build a wall.
Have you seen all the memes that have started now of people pretending to inject themselves with disinfectant and stuff? People, oh my God. That's crazy. It's funny, actually. We're all going through all these tough times and stuff, but so many people are trying to find the funny side of it. And there's a lot of memes coming out. Every day I see something new that makes me laugh.
Brian HD did a good bit on it in their yesterday. It's quite funny that they've been hammering on the My Kitchen Rules people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
MKR MasterChef.
What's the one with that Pete dude in it? And Manu.
Oh, yeah, that's My Kitchen Rules, yeah. I was just thinking because that's not on, but MasterChef is, so whether it was, yeah.
They're last week they were going on about terps being the cure. 10 drops of terps in a tablespoon of milk every second day. That's the cure.
Oh, God.
And then this week,
Scott,
Pete
welcome.
from My Kitchen Rules saying something about light needs to be exposed to light, so they're trying to work out how to get light inside people's bodies.
Yeah, like a UV scan or something they were talking about. Thank you very much, Scott, for joining up. I've got your messenger. I'll message you and see if I can send something out your way as well. Appreciate that.
And that's another good point that Jesse brings up with Lysol. On Joe Rogan's podcast with Tom Green yesterday, and they were saying, how much is too much before we start killing off everything that's beneficial to our bodies by using so much antiseptic stuff.
Well, your boy Joe Rogan does like to talk about the gut biome and all that stuff, so not necessarily.
Even how much of good bacteria resides on our hands that we're wiping out with so much stuff.
Dylan Martin, welcome. But yeah, you are correct. I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, I like Joe Rogan. Like, I like listening to him, and I like watching it. I really like the Joe Rogan experience. Really like it that much. I can't remember what it's called, but the podcast. And I was just sort of thinking, why? Like, he's always 50% of the conversation, but at first, the guests are the things that bring you in. Like, you could like fighting, or you could like music, you could like science, and he has some of those guests on. So you search for the people that you like on that podcast. But there's something about the way that they chat and the way that he interacts with them that just keeps you going back for more. And I know he does a very good job, but I just sort of find it really interesting that it's that popular with the one guy all the time with one other person.
Well, I think what he's really nailed down, 1,500 plus episodes, let alone 100 fight companions or whatever, he's nailed down. Like yesterday with Tom Green was a perfect example for me. About an hour in, Tom Green lost all of his oomph, and it was like he was tired. He wanted to go home and have a nap. And that's when Joe really took over. He picks up on his guests' mental state, and he knows exactly when he needs to take over and be the guy talking all the time.
Yes.
Because there was a certain point in the one with Tom Green yesterday where Tom Green was just, like not getting much out of him. For a guy who's a real energetic comedian and full of so much life and stuff, as soon as Joe noticed that Tom was sort of dipping down a bit, Joe really took over and had a lot to say and just kept it going. And he's excellent at that. He's just so good at keeping shit flowing because he's obviously got so much stuff going around in his head.
Absolutely. And hello, Select Pet Rose Aquatics.
G'day,
Welcome.
Select.
Josh, we've spoken about this in the past, but a good podcast, if you are just doing, your water changes or whatever, I like to listen to the Aquarius podcast. Randy Reed, he's like the GM at Aquarium Co-op now, but started off just doing a little podcast, chatting with fish club people and all that stuff, and scientists and that. So put a link there just in case anyone wants some background noise.
Yeah, actually, I do need to check that out. You have mentioned that, but I haven't seen it yet. Zen Ginger. Joe Rogan is a tool, but go on.
Yeah.
I know there's a few people that don't like him, but like the podcast as well. Kaz to Spaz, how are you? Duncan's
My
funny.
feeling is that I went way too hard for like a few months on the Joe Rogans, like listened to them back to back, old ones, and now I see it there in the feed, and I'm like, I don't have 3 hours to listen.
That's the only thing. Is like an hour's not long enough, I think, with his talks. That would just be like, you'd be like, there's so much they're not going to cover. But 3 hours is really long. Only reason I can get through, I can very rarely watch a whole episode. Only reason I can get through is because I drive like 250 kilometers a day for work. So I'm in the car and I just press play, it goes through the speakers, just listen. Candy says he's not the GM, he's the director of operations, one of her bosses.
Same thing. One of the big wigs, one of the big man on campus.
She's going to time stamp it for him to troll him.
Yeah, I just listened to his an old one with Flynn. Flynn's Fish Forum, young fella. I thought that was a good one, old school one. So anyway,
I'm not familiar with too much Flynn. It's funny. There's a lot of channels I don't know the people's names that I've watched over the years, and every now and then I go back and watch, but I just don't names, faces. That saying. Can we all get another like or two? We're almost at 50. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Must have got there because it says 50 on my screen.
I haven't even got it up because I have something going on with my computer that every time I click on a new page, I get some like redirected thing. So the page pops up, but then I get another window, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know what that is at the moment, and I don't know how to fix it. And you know what it'll be? It'll be me trying to download music for videos on here, because I convert from YouTube when I find the song that are copyright free, convert them to use them, rather than going through all the loopholes of downloading this, and surveys and stuff. Guys. Punchy Paints is live in 28 minutes. I can't wait for this. So for those that don't know, Punchy has her son with her in the live stream today. And she sent me some funny messages during the week saying that she was going live, just going, what have I done? Oh, no. And I was like, this is the best. We're going to hear, because Punchy tells an amazing story. She's just a good storyteller, but there's also good stories. And I can't wait to hear some other sides of those stories.
Oh, Jesse's down for a bit of matcha green tea. Not so much the tea, but I can get down on some green tea ice cream. It's not everyone's caper, but you ever had green tea ice cream?
Me, no, I'm allergic.
You're allergic to ice cream?
Yeah.
Dairy.
Chocolate, yeah. And eggs and fish.
Oh, geez.
I'm allergic to lots of things, unfortunately. That's why I'm red. There's no red light here. I'm just always red.
I don't know. I like it because it's like not that sweet, you know? It's kind of like in the middle.
Yeah.
A bit bitter. So.
It's funny, actually. We did, wow, is that a cane toad?
Oh, yuck. It's not moving.
Isn't that the thing you're not meant to do with them? Okay. This is the most random stream I reckon we've ever done.
I'm glad for this, to be honest, because people always think with mine being late nights, I've been here drinking all day or something, and I'm this crazy, but 100% sober. This is how it is. I'll try to entertain.
He's just got vodka in his green tea mocha. Ice cream. This is vodka. It's just water.
That's straight vodka. Yeah.
It's just water. So what can I eat, Teresa Cookie? I can eat Anzac biscuits. I don't know, actually. If I say Anzac biscuits, does everyone know what I mean? Or is they just a different name in other countries? But they're my favorite biscuit, because I can't eat a lot of baked goods for the we just said.
Oat cookies, I think they're called in America.
Oat cookies, okay. But they are, one of the few things I can eat. And our street, we still have our social distancing and everything. But we made a contest. My wife actually organised it, and 6 or 7 of the houses all baked Anzac biscuits yesterday. We put them on a table out the front of the house, and then everyone came and took one each, and then wrote down a score. And the winner got a bottle of Moscato. It was fun because we're not allowed to hang out with each other, but just to get out there, have a bit of fun. And our neighbours sabotaged Pickle because she came in third, but they specifically sabotaged her so that they could beat her, which I was a bit dirty on at the time. No, you're not Anzac biscuits.
I don't know anything, apparently, Candy. You haven't, and I don't know.
Literally just made some Anzac biscuits. See? It's this time of year.
I thought that was an oatmeal cookie. What's an oatmeal cookie then?
So Anzac biscuits have oats and coconut, golden syrup.
Yeah.
Golden syrup or maple syrup?
Golden. Because we don't have maple trees.
Well, that makes sense, hey? I didn't think of it that it'd have to be all authentic Australian. Coconut, we have coconuts, I suppose, up north.
Racist.
Wow.
That's crazy, by the way. I just had my Rogue Blue tongue wandering around out there and just went to have a go at catching it. And I'm actually scareder of catching that. Scareder? I'm scareder of catching that than some kind
I'm
of
more
snake.
of a afraid of it.
That was fierce. What a fierce little beast that thing is. It's been obviously been sitting in the sun and very warmed up. It had many a go at my fingers as I went to pick it up. I'm going to leave it be for now. I mean, it would have made great television if I had the camera on me, but all of the fun stuff would have happened way over there off camera.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Maybe the schoolgirl style shrieks made it to the microphone.
Are cane toads poisonous? Yes, they are. Was that a cane toad?
It was.
Aren't you not meant to touch them?
You know, if you like.
They kill dogs, don't they? Like dogs
these-
go up and get them in their mouth.
These are the fingers. They can't tell.
Ugh, I would not be doing that.
That's how scared I am of.
Well, something's definitely happened because he's. Why'd you remove yourself? I can see him down there. He's losing it. Well, something's definitely happened because you started jittering a little bit.
Me.
All right, are you composed now, Blake? Can you come back? And
No,
that was
I'm
the last we saw of Dr. Black. So everyone say, nice.
If we want to get precise, the cane toads, their poison glands are right up on the top of their head.
Yes, I thought that.
And they have to basically squeeze their poison out through those things. So very, very, very rare that, especially as dry as the one that I just picked up. Their poison very rarely makes it down to the back of their legs. I certainly felt the muscles in his legs. Those legs were very muscly.
Cane toads are not harmful to humans unless you touch them and then lick your fingers afterwards, which would be a stupid thing to do. Ha ha.
I never claimed to be bright.
Oh, God. Are you almost ready, Pam? Or are we going to the dot? I'm just going to wait here and not say anything until she responds.
Dragon, that's certainly a different kind of toad, not the cane toad. The trippy one is not the cane toad. Ooh. Horsey's mad running. Different toad, I'm led to believe. If you lick the glands on the back of a cane toad, you're going to get very sick. You're not going to trip your balls off. Or your ass, sorry.
Like The Simpsons. Where are we? Teresa, what's the baking ingredients that you can't get? Because
Golden syrup.
we have lots of shortages over here, but you go to one place, they don't have it, you go to the next and they will. But I can't get yeast, which is really annoying. Bloody fly. There's just one in here. That's it.
Yeah, that's because everyone's decided they're going to become bread bakers, isn't it? Yeast.
Sorry?
Everyone's decided they're going to make their own bread these days.
Yeah, well, we just got a bread maker, and guess what?
One of them.
Yeah, I am one of them, and not really. I'm good at just wasting flour and yeast, apparently, because they just turn into rocks.
See you, Scott.
Good night, Scott. Thank you for joining up. I'll send you a message soon, though.
Say hi to Liz for me, Scott.
Yes. Hey, Liz. Trippy one is the Colorado River toad. Okay. Know from experience, Dragon there.
It is.
And there was something up here. It's the way my nana made this is Kiwi Mamo made them no rolled oats, just desiccated coconut. What does desiccated mean?
Sliced and dropped.
Something.
Oh no, that's right. It's when you sprinkle the blood of Satan on it. No, that's desecrated, isn't it? Desecrated.
Oh god, shredded. Thank you, Candy. I was actually thinking, is it like shaved or shredded? Because that's what it looks like. I'm never going to be able to concentrate again on these streams because it's going to be SpongeBob or Baby Sharks.
Get me a computer.
Minced and toasted. Okay. Maybe shredded and toasted. And dried.
Yeah, I don't think it's like overly cooked. I think it's just like dehumidified a little bit. So it's shredded and dried up a bit.
Josh, I peed the 5th. Why did you pee on the 5th? Oh, golly gosh.
Generally, when someone pleads the 5th, they're it's quite a firm admission, isn't it?
I don't know what the 5th is, but I have heard that saying before. I'm assuming that means you're guilty.
I believe it's a reference to the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Well, that's what I thought, but yeah. Desiccated, kind of grated coconut, yeah, or shredded. You can get different sizes, large is best. For the Anzac bickies, that's right. That was the one thing I was like, coconut? Is that really in there? I don't like coconut, but these are yummy. So, but one of those things as well, I always hated pickles.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Now I love pickles. I had a ham, pickle, and mustard sandwich yesterday for lunch.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did I ever hate pickles?
Yeah, I don't mind a pickle either. But same thing, like when you're a kid, you also hate beer. But,
Yeah, I didn't get a beer belly until I was an adult. So
at least 13 or 14.
and smoking. And
Does that mean you eat the gherkins on your McDonald's burgers now?
Because it always used to be like, can I get a cheeseburger meal with no pickles? Can I get a quarter pounder with no pickles? And now I'm like, there's a pickle. And then I go, whatever. And then I eat it and I'm like, I don't like the Macca's pickles. So I take it out.
Mr. Thornley. G'day, Michael. Long
Michael, how are you? Michael, did you ever get down to Fish Fanatics in Lilydale? I remember a while ago you said you were maybe going to check them out. The reason I ask is because unfortunately they are no longer. I was actually going to message him yesterday and see if he had some equipment that he was still trying to sell. And I need a new filter and a heater and a few other things.
What, you didn't get on those $5 heaters the other week?
Yeah.
I should have. I was like, I've got enough. I've got a spare one there and there and there. And now I'm like, oh, no, I think I used that one. And that one broken. So, yes, I should have. What happened to you? Why'd you lose one? It faulted or you broke it?
Yeah, I broke it. Because I was putting two in my bathtub system, and one of them I was putting on the curved end section of the bathtub. So I'm assuming when I was forcing the suction cups down, I've busted the end off it. But obviously, whilst I was putting it in place, I didn't have it plugged in, and I didn't notice that the water was live until a few days later.
Gosh, you can. There's a link. $5 heaters. They're still on.
Oh,
They're
it's still there.
on. You get on there, Aqua, mate.
250 watt.
300 watt, 500 watt. No, not 500. 100 watt. All sorts of sizes.
I think that was my mistake, was that I jumped on too many different sizes instead of just getting as many 300 watts as I could. But now I've got a cupboard half full of spare heaters when I need them.
50 watt is there. Going to be a bit smaller.
Well, now I'm going to have to try and get in there so I can...
Everyone is fine.
What did spin me out about them, though, was that they're, like, no matter what wattage they were, they're all the same physical length.
Yeah, there's two lengths, 27 centimeters or 35 centimeters.
Yeah, all mine were the same.
Yeah, because I think it's only the 50 and the 100 that's the shorter.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I don't know. I just saw it, thought it was a good deal.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and as soon as I worked out that it was my fault that one of them was faulty, all the other ones, because I have got maybe 3 or 4 of them in place now.
Mm.
They're all working, so no dramas. What is
And
this
on next, coming up.
question? Do we have any weird or funny names for takeaway stores? As in, are you talking like fast food joints? I do.
Like Macca's,
Hungry
Red
Jack.
Buddha,
Mickey D's.
the Dirty Bird.
Dirty Bird's a good one. HJ's. Hungry Jacks.
I call
Which
that
is
Hungry
Burger
Jack.
King to
Yeah.
those amongst us that speak like that. Where Harry wants me to message his friend's mum to see if they can play Minecraft, and I don't know what I'm doing. Is there anything that's awesome? That one, the aquarium spare parts, $5, 50 watt, 100 watt, 150.
250, 300.
I think I've asked you guys this before, but it'd be worth asking again. Do you guys follow the 1 watt per liter theory?
No,
No.
Yeah, and I thought both of you said no, and I said why, and then fill me in the next bit.
The biggest I can get, put it in there.
yeah.
Well, I suppose at $5, regardless of size.
If you got a big tank, 300 watters or 400 watters, the bigger you've got, the less work that heater has to do. I guess that's my theory.
I do understand the theory of like put in 5 100 watters, because if one dies and starts to cook, like the whole tank won't cook. But I'm not wasting up 5 power points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but in respect to that theory, the heaters are more likely not to just die. The bloody hell, get your words right, mate. The most likely scenario with the heater failing is that the thermostat fails and the heater just keeps cooking.
Yeah.
So realistically, the biggest problem you're going to have with a heater is that it starts, sending your water to 40 degrees. So fair enough, if you've got 5 100 watts in there and one stops working, the others are going to cover it. But it's been my experience that most often heaters just, the thermostat fails and the heater just keeps heating and heating and heating. And thank goodness they're only, they'll only heat up to 36 or 38 degrees. Pardon me.
Yeah, but I thought the idea with like a small heater, lots of small ones, was if it sticks on, it'll give you longer to notice it's up to temperature.
Oh,
Like-
yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. I see that.
Like if you have a
fish
300
tank,
watt in a 60 liter and it sticks on, it'll cook them in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, true.
I've heard that some dogs lick cane toads' backs and trip out on purpose.
You're on the wrong Facebook pages, Jono.
What I'm annoyed about is
I've heard lots of urban legends that would be awesomely fun to believe, but you just can't believe all of them, Jono.
it's true. Yeah, he's like working on this scape over here. I'm like, I don't want to see a heater in it. Like,
Yeah.
I need to heat the water. I don't want to see a heater in it. And part of it is how many of you would put a fish tank inside and just think, all right, I'll just keep it at room temperature and I won't need a heater. Like I can get away with that with endless. And I reckon maybe some other fish, but I just don't know whether I should try that theory, move this inside, not worry about a heater, filter, CO2, Bob Sirani.
I've
Bob's your living lover.
no heater tanks in here.
In the garage
Yeah.
with tropical fish.
Cherry shrimp, rice fish, crystal shrimp. What was the other one? Can't remember the other one.
So you're
Yeah.
saying, Jono, have fun shopping. That's always great fun.
See you, Jono.
See you, John. Thanks for stopping in.
G'day, Joe Munoz. Buenos
Instead of
dias,
fish.
senor.
That is Punchy Pants wife shopping, question mark.
Sometimes you need an upgrade, Pam. And in these troubling times, they're offering awesome deals on upgrades. Trade-ins accepted.
I heard Russia has some good deals going.
Yeah, Rose on the money though. If you can heat the room, it's a lot better. Although
Yes.
a little seen or spoken about downside is, have you ever gone into a fish store that has a heated room? It's not the most pleasurable experience.
It's
Yeah.
humid.
You
Yeah.
want to go in just in your underpants, and they
Yeah.
won't allow that.
They don't. They always complain. Like, sir, like, why do you do this to me every time?
So if
I'm
I was
waiting.
streaming in the hoodie and trackies, like it would not be a good time. I'd be a lot glowing.
Yeah, I want a fish store that with a sign on the front that says our fish room is heated, and then they've got like a coat rack out the front that you can hang all of your clothing on. Also, a clothing optional sign, so all of the people in there looking at fish are mostly naked, enjoying the sauna.
Although 70 degrees is what, 21? Oh, that's not too bad. I guess
21?
you can heat it to
It's
21.
not
And
the
then-
temperature; it's the humidity that gets you.
Yeah.
Well, we always put our ducted heating at like 20, 21, or sometimes 22 if it's someone else playing with the thermostat. But at night it can drop down to 16 or 15. So I don't know like how much that would affect fish if they're relying on room temperature. And then the other one is sun. So then if you're near a window, they're probably going to get warmer than that. So it's definitely less consistent, but heaters are ugly. Like, I really want like inline, and that's why I was looking at the OAC or whatever. Apparently, we can't get them over here with the inbuilt heater in the filter in the canister filter.
They're huge. All the canister filters now come out with built-in heaters, and they're selling great guns just for that simple fact.
Yes, and they're all too big for this tank too. I mean, it's all good to have good filtration, but finally get to put some fish in there, and they're all like up against the glass trying to.
Yeah, then you've got to add all this extra pipe to your outlet to disperse the water flow.
So, exactly. We have Punchy Paints up in 6 minutes with her son, which is going to be good fun. Do you guys have anything you wanted to bring up? What are your plans for the week? Blake, are you still streaming Thursday night? Black, are you still streaming Wednesday?
I am.
Yes, at this stage, because I can't think of a different one.
Yep.
I
I
might stream tomorrow, but I can't find a good time.
just go whenever. You'll get them.
A lot of streams tomorrow. They start. Jesse, are you still streaming? I think because you're usually streaming now before we get up, if you're still here, that is. What time's starting? Maybe.
Zen, yeah, you can just sprinkle the Rapashni into the tank. You don't have to make it gel food. The gelatin if you don't have it in boiling water, the gelatin it won't go all gross. It'll just stay a powder.
Does it not like expand once it gets into their body or go goopy or anything?
No, because it needs like that boiling water to activate the gelatin or whatever. So
There's an idea. Candy has said go when King and Queens are supposed to go tomorrow. And so it's usually HC, then JH, then is it King and Queen, Susie, and Aqua Funk? I can't remember because they swapped it around a bit, didn't they?
before JH. HC is going before HJ. Okay. All right. Well,
I think JH is like 9 o'clock in the morning. So Jesse might be 8.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure King and Queen's 10 o'clock.
All right. Yeah, we might do that then.
You're not working?
Nah, I've got the day off.
Oh, that's perfect then.
Mental health day, so
Yeah.
I just took the day off.
I haven't worked properly for 4 days because of everything with Bailey, but
Yeah.
back on board tomorrow. And sorry, yes, Blackie, you're back. Black is back on Tuesday night, Wednesday here.
Well, look, I might make it conditional because I did do the little shout out on here wanting me to get from 529 subscribers to 530, and that seemed to work quite well because I am now at 530 subscribers. But if I can get to 533 subscribers before Wednesday, I will stream at my normal time.
5:33, did you say?
Just an extra 3. Just an
I
extra.
thought you were 5:31. I thought someone else jumped up there. Oh, okay. This microphone's getting in the way. And then now there's a blue light.
It's still
Technical
5:30.
difficulties everywhere.
Someone
All
may
right.
be unsubbed already.
Yeah, I'm convinced of that now. All right, so I'll chat to King and Queen, but looks like we might be streaming around about this time tomorrow.
Yeah, so he said before in the stream, he said, Candy, we're taking the night off, so they won't be streaming then.
Oh, what? No, Liz.
No, Liz will be on Blake's channel, no? Yes, no Liz.
So yeah, if anyone's around as well, I'll probably just do my usual hour of a topic and then have a chat with whoever's around. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Do it. Rock it and lock it.
I'm just trying to have a look at Dr. Black's channel from my screen.
Yeah,
Not
it's still
5:30.
5:30.
All right. I'm assuming that everyone here is already following Dr. Black, so
Now it's gone to 5:31. Only 2 more to go, and I will stream through the week, people.
we've only got 2 minutes as well. When I'll ask you guys one or two more questions, and what we'll do is everyone here, there's 36 people. If we can jump over and say hey to Pam. We don't need to do a raid. I think she'll be pretty sure where it's all coming from. But
The raid, we'll do something funny. Hashtag baby shark. Let's do it.
my
I
mind went there as well.
abstain from that hashtag.
Hashtag baby shark. Hashtag SpongeBob, maybe.
Stupid.
Hashtag lick your toads. Finger licking good.
Well, maybe hashtag get stupid.
Get stupid. I'm very easy to make laugh, I think. Just got an image up on the screen. I'm like, oh, what's that? That's funny.
Doesn't really matter if nobody else thinks it's funny. I make myself laugh. All right, she's gone. She's live. Get out of here.
Live. Thank you very much, guys. Go over to Pam's. Enjoy the stream. We'll be over there very shortly. And thanks to all the members and all the new members. Remember, send me a message on Instagram. I need to send you something so we can work that out. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the super chats too. And thank you for you two and Bodgy, wherever you are.
Thanks for putting up with my nonsense. Appreciate it.
See you, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks again and tomorrow morning with Blake's Aquatics. See ya.
Special prize for my 533rd subscriber. Not.
Not. Maybe.